That can teach you things about the world. War games work. That's why they're such an important part of war. We can have the equivalent of war games for other things. There are a lot of games today that are simulating, let's say, better societies, better economic systems, better political systems. Those are not perfect. You can't take the politics of trade in Settlers of Catan and extrapolate too much into the real world. But you can gain some key insights from that. An example I can give you that's very specific. Has anyone played a game called Power Grid? Famous board game? All right, a few of you. So Power Grid, pretty good game. But the game was based, and Friedman Freese, the designer, released a new version called Power Grid Outpost. Some slight improvements, some slight changes. The game is fundamentally an engine builder. You are building a machine. A lot of German board games, you build a machine. Cubes come in, more cubes come out. I put those cubes into the machine, even more cubes come out. I put those cubes in the victory point part of my machine, victory points come out. Those games have a fundamental problem in that they snowball. If any one player gets a little bit ahead, they are going to be infinitely ahead before long. Once you're ahead, you keep getting ahead. That's just something that is observed in that kind of game. Capitalism, arguably, has a very similar problem. So Power Grid was an attempt to still have the fun of building the machine and trying to make the efficient machine. But Power Grid introduced taxes. He even calls them taxes into the game to slow down the fastest player, and thus the game becomes something fundamentally different. We're no longer testing who can make the most brutally efficient machine at cranking out victory points at all costs, and now it's who can, within the constraints of this almost regulatory framework, this series of taxes and controls, who can make the machine that is most efficient without pushing into those extremes and thus falling apart. And that is how you can start to design and explore better systems for things in general.